From NBC News, this is Today.
So from an early age, we're taught not to lie. But believe it or not, we all lie in some way every day, and men on average tend to lie twice as much as women.
But we laugh, but we know that's true. But if no one's getting hurt, lying isn't always as bad as we think. It can actually help you get ahead in life in some ways. Leslie Jane Seymour is the editor-in-chief of More Magazine, and Ish Major is a psychiatrist. Good morning to you both. So,
Hi.
Leslie, I mean, even reading that lying isn't a bad thing is counter to everything that we're taught to have a moral compass, everything you teach your children, and the things we teach ourselves as adults. So?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, this is talking about in business, and there's a difference between spinning something that's a little fib kind of thing, and I'm not saying you got to go in there and, defraud your company. There's a survival mechanism that you have to do in business where you can't tell the God's honest truth every second of the day. I grew up doing that. I was a very good girl. I used to tell someone would say to me, "How much are you making?" I would tell them because I thought I had to be just absolutely 100% honest all the time. And you get killed in business that way, as you know. You can't be like that. You have to protect yourself. You have to spin just little things here and there to protect you and your business.
So, Ish, in life, in general, you either lie to get out of a tough situation or to get into a better one. Is that the same case in business?
Same case in business. People lie in business for a few reasons. Normally, they're lying to get ahead, okay? Sometimes they're lying just to cover your back. Okay, if you missed an assignment, you're late for work. And so same type thing, you're trying to avoid a painful situation, getting something a little more tasteful.
Leslie, you alluded to the fact that you would always be very honest, but that got you in trouble in your career.
Oh, yeah. Well, what happened is in magazines, you're booking celebrities all the time for the cover. And I'll tell you the truth is, if anybody doesn't know it, the agents who handle celebrities are not always the God's honest truth tellers of the world. And one time I was booking a cover, I had the girl ready, and we had done the photo shoot, and the agent called me and said that a direct competitor was going to run the same person at the same time, and it was okay with them. Ran into the direct competitor at a party and said, "Thank you, I'm so glad we're doing this." She looked at me like this, "Are you crazy?" Get a call an hour later, and the publicist says, "Now you can't have the interview, you just blew it." And I was like, what the heck just happened to me? And what somebody on my staff said was that they were planning on pretending like they didn't know that I had the same piece, and when it came out, the agent would pretend.
So are we talking about lying or spinning?
Really?
And is there a difference?
There's definitely a subtle difference. We're talking, it's a lie because it's not the whole truth, right? But it's really more of a spin. If you're not hurting anybody, then it's more of a spin, okay? And so those generally people think it's okay because nobody's getting hurt. You're just doing it to get along or just kind of get through the day, and it's okay.
What are the specific traits of someone who is a liar, which we all are for different, to a certain extent?
People who are really good at lying tend to be a little more selfish, a little more self-absorbed, okay? They like to be admired, okay? They like to be the center of attention. A lot of times they're very envious, and the big thing is they lack empathy. They can't really tell when they're hurting somebody's feelings, or they don't really care.
Well, and that's when it gets out of hand.
Yeah, that's when it gets out of hand. So that leads me to the question, if you are lying, even if it's a small lie at work, are you really getting ahead? Or will this all catch up and have a negative result in the end, Leslie?
It depends. I mean, obviously there are those people, and we all know them, who get lost in the whole thing and really have lost their moral center and their compass. And that's where you don't want to go. These, again, as Ish says, very small little things that are protecting people or smoothing over the edges or leaving things out. That's different.
Well,
Gotta be careful.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, that is a spectacular dress.
Are you lying to me?
No, I'm not. I said that earlier.
I created it myself.
It is a great dress.
Thank you.
It is.
And I love you. Leslie and Ish, that's the truth. Thank you both. Up next, we've got all the news.